I'm going to guess that he propelled off with a fart, because if we look at his teammate's face, and if we go over here and look at M's face, no one is impressed with whatever John just did. Welcome to Photo Recap. For anyone that didn't see it, Jade has taped like a hockey guard to her shin to stop, just in case she clipped on the edge. Good plan, Jade, good plan. And then we had Jamie here. Jamie had a spill. She failed the jump, got straight back up with, I'm guessing, a dented shin. She hit a leg on the box. Alright, now we got AA. Well, again, the background is always so much more exciting. Here is Rod in the goddamn zone, but it really looks like AA is about to just hop over the box and shoot out the door. Oh yeah, we get into some of the lifting now. So here's Al, he's got 95. Look how stable this dude looks. Look, that's some super flat feet right up on the throat. That bar is only going up, and I'm pretty sure 95 is what Al finished on for this lift. Now, while you can't see because of the handle on the thingy there, I'm pretty sure this is James's 95. With that amount of effort, we would hope that it was his heaviest lift for the day. While he's got a reasonable front rack position there, you can tell it would be much happier a couple of centimeters further up. So he's got to get those elbows up before he comes up out of the hole. His face would probably still look like that though. Oh, here we are again. You can see on the end there, so Shilton, he's got the 95, and I think that's where both the boys ended up, was at 95 kilos. Same sort of thing here. Got to just whip those suckers up. Otherwise, when you're bringing this bar up from the bottom of your squat, the amount of pressure that's on your arms versus on your torso, and hint, torso is stronger than arms. If you don't get those elbows up, it's gonna hurt a lot more. You're gonna have to work a lot harder. But as I said, I think if this is the one that I think it is, I walked past and I said some smart ass comment like counts in CrossFit or something like that. Oh, Jamie, golden. One of my favorite photos from last year's competition was Jamie's, I'm gonna go with the word intense look for her heavy lift. So yeah, good job, Jay, and mate, you do not disappoint in the lift face department. Oh, and Lyndall's just dropped this bar, but Bree is giving the best clap ever in the background, so I'm going to assume that Lyndall made that lift. Good job, Lyndall. Oh yeah, I just like this one because a big old group photo. You know, it's got everyone here. So we've got Al giving us the cheeky eyes, Tash stretching up, and quietly judging us in the background. Me stuffing around. Rian, he got me a coffee, so that was pretty good of him. Thelma with the photo at the ready. So this must be one of Susie's photos. You guys really knocked it out of the park with those photos. So the boys, who's about to go here? Right, okay, this must be before the Fury division, because yeah, Fury teams are all lined up there. Larry, shirt off before the workout. Well, with what they had to wear for the first two events, that's not such a surprise. It was so good having so many friends and family members come through to cheer people on. I think the best thing for Ben all day was that Alicia had to keep an eye on the boys so she couldn't actually get too close, because if she could get like right up into his lane, that could have been an eardrum. Oh, perfect. More lifting phase. What do we got? 85-ish kilos there for Rod. I think this is the one that Rod finished on. And ever watchful in the background, Nick making sure he's not sandbagging. Now, thinking of the lifts mentioned earlier, look at Rod's front rack position. Way more stable. See, that thing is like jamming up in his Adam's apple. Now, I think we sort of got Georgie in the middle here. So she's either finished her second part or she's contemplating. Dallas, it looks like Dallas is pretty invested in this lift happening. So hopefully that's either the completed lift or Georgie's just about to finish that one off. Dallas's turn. Oh, good. I haven't seen a Dallas lifting face before. This is a good one, Dallas. Good job. For those who didn't pick it up, the girls were in the theme of the Cyndi Lauper Girls Just Want to Have Fun video. Their team name was Girls Just Want to CrossFit. Tia Beth, look at you, looking pretty chuffed with yourself. What do we got? So I think that's the red 2.5s on there, so that's 40 kilos. Good job, buddy. Good. What are these wrist wraps you've got going on? Wrist sweat wraps you've got going on here. They look very, very intense. Aww. Alright. So, yeah. He's just one naked man riding on an Echo bike. Outstanding, buddy. And there's lovely Rowena in the background, averting her eyes. Captain Beth, I made a joke the other week that Beth would have like a head judge's hat, and we saw this when we were out buying some other stuff, so we thought it would be appropriate. Thank you for wearing it, however briefly, Beth. I appreciated it. Now, I included this photo because I found a bunch of photos of Paso, and this is the only one where he's actually happy. He's happy and he's smiling. Poor Mick, he was down to do the competition, but then team sports, he was playing team sports, and as I say all the times, team sports are the most dangerous thing on the planet. And yeah, he had an issue with his knee there, so he had to swap. Otherwise, he was going to be with James. But Shilton jumped in at the 11th hour to back James up, so that's good. This one I really like because I just feel like Chris looks in his element. You know, he's got the work shirt on, he's got a clipboard. This is the face of someone who is assessing other people. So yeah, I just thought nice photo. And these two bloody skellies, like just look at that. Doesn't that look like between Nick's crazy eyes and Rod's shit-eating grin there, they're up to mischief. And that is some serious thumb tapery. Are we looking at like, so it's two different, I'm not sure what's going on there, but I'd love to hear more on that. Oh, hey, Nath. This was just a lucky photo. I'm just so glad we caught Dave like mid-blink or something while he's on the bike. He is super nonplussed. Oh yeah, this is funny. There's the flip of this photo that we'll come to in a bit. Oh, look at that. You can sort of see the background out there. So the kids, while we were inside, the kids were outside making up their own workouts and having their own little competition in the behind the gym there. If you go out and have a look, there's still all their chalk stuff all over the wall. It's very cool. I thought it was worth a mention that the guys, even between the first and second event, they knew they needed to keep the costumes on for event 2, but they were kind enough to employ the courtesy shorts. So thank you, fellas. He's just trying to show Jason's shirts what he's trying to show Jason's shirt what is up. And heads, I think you accomplished it. Oh yeah, I thought this was a funny one because I didn't know what Mel was doing here. Is she doing like a Dr. Evil, or is there meant to be a thumb and she's like telling someone to give her a ring? I was hoping to get a photo of Shane like mid-yell, but here we get him in the first workout, so he's probably just, containing himself, sort of warming up for the day. Yeah, I put a comment on one of their Facebook photos. The boys could not have made this any harder on themselves. So they got all this crap in the front, then they can't properly, get bars up and down. I actually didn't see them get a thruster bar up and down with this, so I don't know how it went. I don't know if Larry's purposely put the fingers of this one together. There's the other half of that photo. Oh, that's good. We'll have to do like a side-by-side of that thing. I don't know if this is an effect or if this is actually like a focal length thing with the lens, but having the blurry background. Yeah, I like it. Looks good. I like this one because it just looks like two dudes who are just... So they're on the heavy thrusters here. It's the first workout. And they're already... Just the body language is... Yeah, I'm pretty done with this, mate. Yeah, this was... I like this one because, John is a goofball and he does goofball-y things. But I feel like Ben is just... I feel like, and I hope that Ben is uncomfortable knowing that this photo of him now exists on the internet forever. And when I say John is a goofball, I mean that in the nicest possible way. Oh, it was so good having the judges. We had mostly the same crew judging for the day. Yeah, so it was really cool to have these guys. And even though Fraser slept through all my briefs, it was great to have him there running the score sheets. It was a yeah, this is what I was talking about. I needed that other smiling photo of him. Oh, I like this one. So 95, and I think this is what John finished on. I think Larry was the only one to get 100 or more. I'll have a look at the score sheet and we'll confirm that. But yeah, I like this one because look at those. He's getting that right up there. Good job, John. Good job. Now, I don't know. What do we got? 60, 70, 80, 90. Hang on. 60, 70, 80, 90. 100, 110. It looks like this. Is this like a 120? Did Larry... Oh, okay, maybe he didn't... Right, no, I think I heard about that. Yeah, he did like a big jump at the end. Like he got something, whatever he got successfully, and then he did a big jump. I'm not sure how that worked out. I don't think it worked out well. Obviously because there's a 2-inch gap here. But you can see also, Larry here, majorly low on the elbows. Look, so that bar should be about here, and that elbow should be about there. This is very much judging a situation from an armchair. Like this chair literally has arms on it. So, it's borderline mean to pick apart a lift a week later. But if you ever video your own lifts, these are the sort of things that you can look for. Am I receiving it in the correct position? I'm glad that Meigs looks somewhat comfortable / happy on the bike. We had another classic Jamie lifting face. He actually had a prop guitar. He had the hat. Is it Angus? Ooh, don't kill me, but I'm pretty sure it's Angus and Brittany. Yeah, very cool costumes. Everyone really stepped up the costume game this year. Some people stepped it up a little too much. I was like, oh yeah, that's dope makeup. So I said, Lyndall, dope makeup. And she's like, I just put it on with like my finger. There are so few people that would be smiley and giggly during their thrusters, but Zoe Perry is definitely one of them. Now, I know everyone sees this photo, and I know what we're all thinking. We're all thinking about sleighs, but just have a look at the rig on this dude. Look at these. These are lats. See those lines there? Those are muscles. Those are called serratus. You know, you might see that and think, oh, it's like ribs or something. No, those are muscles that go on top of ribs. Rod is a unit. Congratulations, Rod. Oh, this is another great one. Just showing how difficult they made this for themselves. Like, you just got to think how much of a drag. It's like trying to jump over with a kite strapped to your back. You know, if you suddenly use a skipping rope that's a little bit heavier or a little bit lighter, the chance of you tripping goes through the roof. So, to be wearing a bloody green backpack / sail on your back has really got to jam people up. So, this is what you get when you have a fast shutter speed and good lighting. The photo takes so fast that it just looks like people are laying on the floor when, in fact, they are not. They are probably moving pretty quickly. So, Dallas, even though this photo's out there, I know you were moving fast. Good job, you. Oh, Fundiv. Oh, sorry. I probably said something stupid that made you all look in that direction when the photo was getting taken. But yeah, get in touch with me about your sessions. I'm super keen to get those going on. If you have things that you want to do, that's awesome. But I have stuff in the back of my head for each of you, so yeah, I'm happy to chat those out. That's great, because the boys team was put together, I don't know, like 48 hours before the event. Like I mentioned before, James was going to be with Mick, but then Mick bunged his knee up, or, you know, just circumstance bunged his knee up. And Shilton jumped in, so it's very cool that they were able to rally. And yeah, well, obviously this was going to happen. The boys had to win the costume contest. It came down to, what were my categories? It was the first category is always like, is it funny? And yeah, this was pretty funny. Is it original? So I've seen people wear mankinis at CrossFit stuff before, but I feel like they took it to an extra level on 3 points. They made it Christmas themed. I didn't look close enough to see if that was like a store-bought Rudolph arrangement or if they had to do that themselves, but they made it Christmas themed. They, what was the other thing? Oh, the tights. So putting the skin tone tights, I thought that was a very clever, very cool touch. And the third one was the nipple tape. And I said it on the day, but I want it on the record that it was the nipple tape that got it over the line. And lucky last, I skipped it, but I'll come back to it, is the Bravery Award. So for those of you that weren't there on the day, the Bravery Award went to the team that scored the least amount of points in the Fury division. This is something that Ash and I were talking about sort of the week leading up. And every time you go to a comp, you have, you know, like a number of divisions. And once you get past the most advanced division, you usually end up with people on the podium who have sandbagged it, who should have gone in a higher division, but didn't, because they were like, oh, well, we might come last, or we want to get the podium in another division, or whatever the reason is. Which is frustrating, because, you know, then you're... robbing's not really the right word, because you're talking about a lot of unknowns. But anyway, so we decided that the team that got the least points in the Fury division would get like a token prize, and just mostly like some recognition for stepping up and deciding to do the harder category when they 100% could have, with no recourse, gone into the intermediate, into the fun division, and, you know, probably scored quite well. So good job to Tash and Elle for stepping up and going into the Fury division. Alright, I'm due to go and meet Ash for a run, so thanks for hanging out for photo recap, and I'll see you soon.